Well, my name is Falstie-Jensen, and I'm from the Rebel Alliance Theatre Company. It kind of came out of the 2020 lockdowns, when all the theatres were closed and touring was impossible, and everything was just looking really grim. And then I thought I was just going to make something incredibly local. So I decided to make a show for my neighbours. One key kind of design inspiration was that my daughter Clara and her friend Roman, they did a lot of drawings with chalk out on the road, because they had to get out of the house. It looked really cool, but also on a practical level, you could just mark up a performance area really quickly. But also I thought it was really playful. And then afterwards, once the show ended, there would be this kind of imprint left on the road where people that walk past could see that something happened. Like, what happened here? So that was kind of one of the main factors. And the other one was kind of these conversations that I had with my grandmother in Denmark at the time, who was isolating in her apartment. And this was the first time in all of our lives that we all shared a global experience. They kind of leveled the playing field in a way that no matter where you lived or who you were, you would be affected in some way. I found really interesting how people haven't necessarily kind of fully processed what's actually happened in the last couple of years, because it's pretty wild when you think back on it. Like, to what extent has things changed? Like, is the only new thing about the new normal is that we now know how to use Zoom and can work from home once a week? Is that it, or is there an opportunity to still kind of hold on to that? Because it was interesting to see actually how fast you can implement change. And there's a lot of talk about the world needs to change, and then grinds on really slowly, but when push comes to shove, you can shut a country down in 24 hours. If you really want to change, it can happen really quickly, and I found that incredibly interesting.